What up, guys? Hey,
Hey.
W N B.
What's up?
Hey. Yeah, it's that
Hey.
time, baby. It's that time.
Before you say that, it's funny because I knew you weren't talking about the Carolina Panthers when you said W.
Oh,
Okay,
Wings?
okay.
Because they don't have any. Damn, man. Hey, man, I was thinking this morning. Now,
I hurt stuff.
I was like, what would be a hard question for me to answer, right?
Really?
And then I was like, the hardest question for me to answer would be, would I rather marry a white woman or a cop? It took me about 15 minutes to be like, it'll have to be a white woman. I have to marry a white woman. Because I damn sure ain't marrying no cop. I ain't bringing no little copy cops up in this world. Fuck cops. I mean,
Well, why not, man? We know a couple dirty cops.
but the whole principle of being a cop is not to be dirty, man. Like, if cops was out here doing their job and only doing their job, then that's a whole different thing. But almost every single cop is dirty. Which make them a gang. A gang that the government is behind.
But you do know if you marry a cop, they can't testify against you if they don't want to.
They'll find a way. They'll tell their friends or something. The New York Liberty. I'm sorry, it is the New York Liberty versus Las Vegas Aces. Now, there's a lot of controversy going around these because a lot of people see, well, the New York Liberty is a super team. They signed 4 All-Stars, they signed 4 All-Stars. They're starting 5 All-Stars on their team. And they've been beating the brakes off the Aces. And the only team to beat, they basically seem to have the Aces number. Las Vegas is a homegrown team. More, I would say that the New York Liberty is more akin to, I hate to say this, but Miami. The LeBron James Miami, because they signed on All-Stars and made sure that their lineup was impenetrable. So they made it all the way to the finals. They lost the finals for them. The Aces, I see them more like the Warriors. Hey, you can say what you want to, but they drafted everybody except for Candace Parker. They drafted even like Sydney Colson. She wasn't drafted by them. She was acquired when they were sorry, and then basically she went away for a year or 2 or 3, and then came back to the team. But all of their key players, Aja was drafted. Who else? Kelsey Plum, been there since forever. She was drafted by him. They traded for Chelsea Gray. But that was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Liz Cambridge, Liz Cambridge is gone. Who else? What's my girl name? What's the girl? Kia Stokes came from the Liberty, I think. But they grew together and became like great players together. And I think if you disperse that team and break that team up, they won't be the same. Like individually, even Aja, I don't think any one of them will be the same type of player they are as they are together as a team. But that's a lot of controversy because they're trying to say super team against super team. But I honestly think this is going to be like the best matchup. I'm excited about this. What do y'all think will be the key points to either one of these teams to come out with a victory? I know, Seth, you're on the Liberty side, right? Because Stewie's on the Liberty team. You going to go against Love?
Gamecock Nation, baby.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know I went to Breonna Stewart for MVP, but To win it all, you gotta have a team, and I think Aces is the team to win it all.
You have an all-star team. You have the all-star team.
Both of them got all-star teams, so
You have 5 all-stars versus 1, 2, 3. I think 3 all-stars. Because you have Aja, you have Chelsea, you have Kelsey. Those are the all-stars. I think Jackie Young is probably one of the up-and-coming better players on the team. But you have 3 all-stars versus the whole starting lineup of the Liberty. And with Candace Parker being gone, Candace Parker was the only addition. Well, they also did
CP3.
Clark. Candace Parker and Clark was added to the team. And when they had all those in, it was like cruise control. They wasn't about to lose shit. But then Candace Parker got hurt. She might not even come back. But they don't really have a bench now because their bench needed everybody to stay healthy. Now Candace Parker gone. And let me tell you, everybody that stepped up to take Candace Parker's place, you have Kiel Stokes who started last year. But there's nobody outside of the 6 man. So once they get past number 6, ain't no bench for them.
Don't I know it?
But the only thing I think is gonna help out is it's the championship game. So Liberty might not go no harder than 7. They might have a 7-player rotation. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, with my analysis and what I see going on, you have Aces 6-man rotation. They're gonna throw I forgot the short hair girl name, but they're gonna throw her in to have a 7-man rotation. But she's not as good as the bench for Liberty. I'm gonna say I love the Aces, and I really hope that I'm wrong. And I want to lose this bet. But I'm gonna bet 20 Starburst on the Liberty.
I see your 20, but I'm not as confident. So I'm gonna bet 3 Starbursts on the Liberty. It don't matter what color. Just 3.
I am confident, but I'm going to seize that 3 and raise the sell more. So I'm going 10.
You going 10?
Mm-hmm.
So all of us is picking Liberty?
No, I'm picking Aces.
Aces for 10?
You picking Aces? Man. You know I got more Aces than Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad about this. I hope I lose this. I want to lose these. I just don't see it, man. I don't. But it's kind of like with you remember when Carolina went to the Super Bowl and everybody that played football was like, man, I don't see it. I don't see Carolina winning. Everybody was like, Carolina gonna win this shit.
Which one are you talking about?
2015.
No, everybody was saying they was gonna win because Peyton Manning was throwing dunks out there.
Look here.
Look.
The 0-3 one.
You need to go and look at like the NFL Network when they was like, every day was doing a panel and everybody was like, man, defense win championships though, and I don't see it. Like it's Cam Newton against the defense, and it's like I don't see it. It's Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's go find a way to pull it off, but it was like defense against defense, man. I don't see Cam doing it.
He was throwing ducks, man.
I know he was throwing ducks. He was throwing Ryan Shealy.
It was horrible that year. Because they said he should have retired the year before. Just the way
Peyton Manning was calling hike and throwing the ball immediately so that the person that's running to the ball had to run 20 yards down the field and catch the ball, 30 yards down the field to catch the ball because his ducks was ducking.
What the thing that's embarrassing about that loss is that Rivera is a defensive-minded coach,
Yep.
and you allow somebody that couldn't throw the ball past 10, 15 yards to beat you.
Yeah. But that's the way I feel when it comes to the Aces. Like starting at 5 against starting 5, I feel like they're even. It's that bench rotation, man. And I don't see Aja plays all 40 minutes every game anyway.
Hell, she play all 5 positions.
But when she plays the Liberty, somebody always clocks her in the head. I've noticed that too. Somebody fucks her up every time. That's why they lost 2 of those games. 2 of those
That's
games
part of the
that they
game
lost,
plan.
Yeah, 2 of the games
That's
they
what
lost.
that is.
Jonquel Jones elbowed her right here, knocked her out. I'm talking about like if you watch the play, knocked her out. She flopped, like not flopping flop, but she almost bounced off the ground. She hit her so hard. The second time, like they really do be aiming for her head. They dirty over there. But
It's like that young buck.
no, I feel like they're gonna win because I feel like something like that's gonna happen. I feel like something like that's gonna happen. 1, 2. I feel like that rotation ain't deep enough, and even though I feel like the Aces are more conditioned than the Liberty, I think the deepness and the rotation is gonna be the difference in this. Because you could argue, I feel like they're even starting lineup versus starting lineup. I feel like they're even. But Kill Stokes don't shoot. She's more like a Dennis Rodman. Like she does not shoot. You have to force her to shoot. You have to be in her ass to shoot. She'd rather rebound and play defense. That's what she wants to do. So you can argue that the Liberty is a little bit better. That their starting lineup is better. Bench. The Liberty definitely has a better bench because the only people I want to say her name is Alyssa Clark. The only person they really have on the Aces bench.
You said the Liberty got a better bench. What is their bench made out of?
Hickory.
Dickory Dock. Okay.
They have that hardwood. They got that hardwood floor. So let's go to teams, Las Vegas Aces, and let's look at their bench real quick. First of all, I do want to say while I'm looking at this, Jackie Young is still my favorite player in the WNBA.
Every time you say Jackie Young, I think Jackie O. I don't know why.
Why the hell the roster ain't come up?
Because it's a Rastafari. That was cool.
So the Aces do have Kayla George, who they are hoping that she comes out to be like a good player. Kirsten Bell is like their 7th man, the one that's out there. So between Kayla George and Kristen Bell, they do have size and they do have some players out there, but both of those, as of the last time I seen them play, if they was on a regular team, they might be like a good 7th or 8th man team. Like they ain't nothing to me. But let's go to Team Liberty and look at their bench roster. They have that Hanzu, who is, I think she's a rookie. But she's like in running for Rookie of the Year. She was in the running for Rookie of the Year. She's only scoring 1.5 points a game, but again, she was in running for Rookie of the Year.
Shit, what's the name? Ain't scoring that much either.
Oh no,
Kia Stokes.
I'm very wrong. That is not who I think it is. I'm very wrong. Let's see, Stephanie Dolson. Who is this? That's a familiar name.
Okay.
4 points a game, 2 rebounds a game.
That sounds like an R&B song. 4 points, 2 rebounds.
Marianne Johannes, 7 points, 1 rebound. Versus Connecticut, she didn't score much though. You got Jonquel Jones. You have, I don't know who that Batan, whoever is. Oh, Laney? Laney's the starter. Jonquel Jones the starter. Sobley is, I think, Brianna Stewart, Kayla Thornton.
How the fuck she win MVP? Like, I get it.
My thing is, I don't think it should have been. I think it should have been Alyssa Thomas, because Alyssa Thomas there's no argument she's the best player on one of the best teams. She plays 40 minutes a night. She plays 40 minutes a night. If she's ever out, so she is the reason why they was number 3 in the league. If she's ever out, their chances to win drops tremendously, because their points scored, she touches the ball almost every time they score. She touches the ball, and it leads to everything they have. Like, she is the MVP of that team. She is the MVP of the league.
That sounds like Steve Nash when he was with the Suns, and they had Mari Stoudemire and Sean Marion and all them boys. Like, Nash won back-to-back MVP awards because he was the person that made everything go on that team. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why is it not looked at the same way in the WNBA if you have a player like Alyssa Thomas where everything runs through her? You know what I'm saying?
Then you have
I feel like it should have hurt Brianna Stewart with the team that they put together. Just the same way it hurt AJ Wilson with the team that they got together. You know what I'm saying?
Brianna Stewart wasn't even the best player on her team, period. She's not the one that everyone was talking about. She is just a good player on a top team, the number 2 team in the league. Not even the best player on that team. Aja, she was the most consistent, probably the best player on that team. However, I would put Brianna at 3rd. I would put Aja. I would automatically put Brianna at 3rd, and then I look at Aja and Alyssa. And the truth is that Alyssa has less of a supporting cast than Aja, and that's the way I would have gave Alyssa the MVP. Aja don't have a supporting cast like that. I mean, Aja has a big supporting cast.
Coach, what you doing?
Nothing, man.
So you just not?
No, I'm listening. No. I've been up since 6, man. I had to eat.
Man, I've been up since 3:30, brother.
I had to eat.
Man, I ain't even go to sleep. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Oh, you look like you just woke up.
Nah, I ain't even go. I've been up all night. Watching college football.
All night.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Hey, did you see the Gamecock game yesterday? No? Oh, they ain't play. I was testing y'all.
So after my second look at this, man, you got Sabrina, you got Johannes, you got Jonquel Jones, you got Stewart, you got Vandersloot, and then you got Laney, you got Sobley. Like, those are starters on other teams. Laney is an actual starter on this team. But you got starters on other teams that are just playing backup. That's the reason why I put my Starburst on Liberty. The Golden State Warriors is going to sponsor a new WNBA team. How do y'all feel about that?
Oh, San Francisco? What?
Yeah.
They ain't picked a team name yet, have they?
They was going to call it Golden State. I think they should be called the Warriors. I think that'd be dope.
I don't know. It's not ladylike.
What the fuck about it being ladylike?
But
Xena?
look at all the WNBA team names. The Sun. Mystics. Women are magical. Aces. Women are number 1. A1. Aces. Yeah. Liberty. Sky.
Sky.
Do I need to go on? You hear these names? Atlanta Dream. It sounds like fantasy fairy tale. There you go. yeah you go type shit.
Yeah, but I really think I don't even want them to say Lady Warriors. I really think Warriors should be it.
But that's what they. I don't think they're gonna call. If anything, what's in San Francisco? What's big amongst females? They'll probably be called the San Francisco Runnies
Bridges?
for Rice-A-Roni.
The San Francisco connection that connects Oakland to the
The bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
And they
San
said the
Francisco
next one's gonna be
Chefs,
Portland.
and that Curry be the coach.
All right.
Yeah, and they said the next one's gonna be Portland. But they haven't confirmed it yet though.
Yeah,
I think they need to put two more because I think we need two more on the East Coast too. Charlotte needs a WNBA team, man.
Maybe if the other teams did something.
Let's say it like this: if you put a WNBA team in Columbia or Charleston and name it the Carolina whatever, I think you'll get a good viewership. Here's why: because it'll be our only professional team in South Carolina.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, that will work. But putting it in Charlotte, I don't think they gonna fuck with it.
They need.
And the only reason why they'll fuck with it, they'll fuck with it in South Carolina because it ain't a lot you can do here.
Mm-hmm.
So going to a WNBA game is something entertaining and worthwhile going to do.
Mm-hmm.
But you go to North Carolina, you go to Georgia, you got all kind of shit you could do. But having it in South Carolina, yeah, I think it'll work.
Yeah, I think it'll work.
They need to bring Houston back. It's
Yeah,
just too
that
much
is a
history.
shame. That is such a shame that we don't have a Houston team still. That's crazy. Yeah, women's sports are a lot better to me. If it's the same sport like basketball, the basketball is more aggressive. I mean, the only thing that you could say that's really different is that they don't dunk in the WNBA. But who watches basketball to watch people dunk anyway? Because if they did, there'd be a lot more dunks in the NBA now. We're actually going down in dunks.
They look for the long ball.
Yeah. I feel like we get two more teams to come into it in 25, which is I guess it's going to be Portland and Golden State. And if we get two more teams on the East Coast, I would say something like bring Carolina a WNBA team and then...
Before that happens, it's going to end up in either like Virginia or Tennessee or some shit.
I was thinking Virginia or Tennessee for the next team. Because they got to bring two in at a time. I think in order for the league to actually make a good impact, you need 20 teams. You need 20 teams. That's because and you need those 20 teams to be far enough apart, but in good supporting cities, to where you could get a fan base and you get people that travel to the games. Because if you have a supporting city instead of like a town, you're gonna have the people. Like if you go to Columbia, you need what? If you need to fill, how many people y'all think goes to a USC college game?
Gamecocks? Depending on who they playing. Like if they playing Georgia, there's at least about 60,000. If they playing like Citadel or College of Charleston or some shit, probably half of that.
Yeah. So I'm saying if you, I think we could get 10,000 people to come sit in an arena to watch the WNBA play, or WNBA team play.
I think so.
And that's all you really need in the beginning. Just to fill the seats up. Yeah, and get it so it don't look. The important part is that when you are looking at it on TV, it don't look like no one is watching. You need people in them stands. And then
it don't look like COVID.
We are a product of what we see.
We get no robots coming.
People don't give a shit about things because they give a shit about things. People give a shit about things because everybody else give a shit about things. They go, oh, so this is popular? Let me go check this out. Like, when it comes to rappers and shit like that, like, when the industry ran shit, they will say, we don't think this rapper is gonna make a lot of money for us, so we're not gonna put them out there like that. And then yeah, like let's say, and then they go, oh, well they're gonna make some money, so let's just tell everybody that they're popular. So you have the industry people that they plan out there, like we'll use what's some people called? The Hot Boys and all that stuff back in the day. They were good rappers. Don't take nothing from them. Like we have a whole era. They started a whole thing. But they put the money behind them. They put the money behind Nelly. So if you were a Dirty fan, you had to go find that shit yourself. And nobody wasn't go find that. And even though Dirty was some skilled rappers, then you still had to go look and find Dirty music if you was a Dirty fan, because they wasn't gonna put that out there and for y'all. And since people are too lazy to do that, then they just follow whatever the industry put out there for them. Just like now, what's that dude name? Rod Wave. Not Rod Wave. Is it Rod Wave? Who sings The Boss? Roddy Ricch. Right? Roddy Ricch is a good rapper, and I'm using him as an example because he's a good rapper and I like him and shit like that. So he put himself out there. He got on and stuff like that. But do people like him because he was put on, or do people like him because he made good music? And I will argue in the beginning, they follow him because he was put on. Then it's his choice to make that good music. Doja Cat, they tried to conceal everybody from Doja Cat from the beginning because they didn't like what she was speaking. And by they, I mean the industry. But Doja Cat broke she's a weird person. But she broke the algorithm twice. And they couldn't do anything but go ahead and put her in the system. And once they did that, she got on. And if you could see Doja Cat in the beginning days, when she first did the Move song, that cow song, and if you go to her Instagram and shit from back then, I think she erased all that shit because it's different than what she is now. It was like she used to go make songs in front of like her fan base and stuff like that. She used to take like dirty producer stuff, get in bad contracts and shit like that. Just like when she came out with Move, that song came on auto-tune as like 15 different people at the same time because she didn't have her paperwork correct. But she broke that mold, and then people start following her. Like it's very hard to do shit like that. And that's how it is with the WNBA. Like everybody talking all this shit. If you go on the now on YouTube and type in WNBA, you'll see a bunch of haters, and all those haters look exactly the same, saying how stupid the WNBA is and stuff like that. And then they have all the bloopers from the WNBA, which is you got to find those because the WNBA has a higher shooting percentage than the NBA. It's a lot of hate that goes on from that, but the ESPN had their whole contract and they shut them motherfuckers down. Like they wouldn't put like if you go on ESPN during the WNBA season on a Friday afternoon, on Thursday afternoon, on the afternoon where there's WNBA games playing, and then see they have not even the World Championships of Little League. It's like a regular Little League game that they're playing instead of a WNBA game.
They play college. They play college baseball more than they play WNBA.
Yeah, that shit is fucked up. And they had an exclusive contract at one point. So the getting out of that contract and moving on and having different sponsors, like when they did that Amazon Prime on Captain's Cup, that was a good move for them because people were they had another outlet where people actually went and watched that shit. So it is getting out from them contracts with ESPN and then going over and letting people see that all it is letting people see that people watch the WNBA, and then it start kicking off again.
And nowadays, like, you've been told what to look at.
Yeah.
Because you go to your YouTube app or wherever app you find content at, and as soon as you open it, it's suggesting shit for you. It's not shit that you want to see. It's shit that they're suggesting. And what usually happens? People click on it,
Yep.
look at it, keep it moving. So like they're telling you, and that's how they build. They're not building the algorithm through the customer per se. They building it based on what they feel like either you want to look at or they feel like will get the clicks.
Just like if you want to take music back in the, I bring this into today, but and make it fast. Jay-Z used to pay people, not Jay-Z, Dame Dash used to pay people to call in and request Jay-Z music. Jay-Z didn't come out. It wasn't because of his talent. Like, he had a talent. He was one of the better rappers in New York, period. But also, they paid people to request his music and get him on air so that people could hear his stuff. Whenever you are on YouTube and whenever you are on Facebook and you have something that you want to sell, the first thing you need to do is put about 80% of your money into advertisement, because people need to see your shit. People need to see your shit. People need to hear your shit. And the first time is the Gucci Mane effect. The first time they hear your shit, they be like, that shit trash. The first time they see your shit, they might be like, that shit trash. But the 10th, 11th time, they're like, well, let me go ahead and click on this shit. Oh yeah, it was trash. And then about 20 times down the road, oh shit, this is cool. All right, let me fuck with this shit.
Go hard, boy.
Yeah.
Gucci go hard. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But hell, you even remember when the Carter 3 came out? They kept saying, everybody in his camp kept saying, Lil Wayne, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody in his camp kept saying he sold over 1 million copies in the first week. But we kept hearing those stories that said they was buying those albums to make it look like he had a million sold. Mm-hmm. So it's like the same way you was talking about how Dame Dash used to pay people to request Jay-Z music. It's the same thing. Like when you had classic mixtapes like The Leak and shit like that, and then you got the Carter 3 coming out, and the Carter 3 ain't selling the way you think it's selling. Right. Then they gotta sit here and fudge sales to get everybody else to come on from the back end and get those purchases. Right. Because if you hear somebody sold 1 million copies in a week, what are the chances you're not gonna say, okay, well, I'm gonna go over here to YouTube or I'm gonna go over here to Spotify and see what this shit about, and that's gonna bring in the revenue for those apps.
Yeah, because they need. If they don't sell what they said that they projected to sell, then they're not gonna stay on the radio. They're not gonna stay. They're gonna move those people over and bring in new people. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out by saying, again, Aces are Liberty and shit. What number? So they play 5 games, right? 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna say Liberty in 4?
Yes. I want to be wrong in the motherfucker.
I'm going the whole 5. Liberty in 5. I'm putting 5 Starbursts on it.
Both of y'all say
1 for each game.
Yep.
I want to be completely wrong. I hope it comes out and it's Aces in 3. Like, I want to be completely wrong. My hopes are saying Aces could do this.
I don't want it to be 3. I want it to go 5. They need the exposure. Like, whatever series going on in the WNBA, I hope it go the whole games. Because then it's going to show that there's a different level of competition. And it's worth watching because these ladies be putting in that work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really want it to be. I want to be wrong. I definitely want to be wrong.
But you gonna be right? That's
I don't know. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna be right, but I'm gonna say.
But you bet Starburst is gonna be right.
Well, you know how people be like, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. So you say you don't want to be wrong. Wait, you said you want to be wrong.
So you want to be wrong, yeah. Love here is wrong. Love here is wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Liberty in 4. Both of y'all got Liberty in 5. I hope to be completely wrong.
I got Aces in 5.
Aces in 5.
Let
me go. Aces in 5. Oh yeah, Aces in 5. Aces in 5. Liberty in 5. Liberty and 4 is the way we going. And yeah, I love y'all. I love you, Liberty. I'm really rooting for y'all, but I got to put my Starbucks in another bucket.
Did you say Starbus?
Yes, I did say Starbucks. I got to put my
Skeet,
Starbucks. Camel Toe Tap for a reason.
He like, this is gonna be a LeBron James right here. Put it in that bucket.
Who's your favorite Liberty?
My favorite Liberty?
Not Liberty. Who's your favorite ace?
Who's my favorite ace?
We already know who Seth's favorite ace is.
My favorite ace is
Let's get the whitest person on the team.
Nope, Asia Brooklyn.
My favorite ace is Elena Coates.
I don't think that's your favorite ace. I don't even think she plays.
She's on the roster.
Oh Lord.
I don't think she plays, man.
But she's on the roster.
Let me just see. Elena Coates. Let's see the last game she played. You know what? I was looking at her. She shot they have like after every practice they have like a $50 bucket or something that when you shoot from the half court line and goes in, they give you $50 for lunch or something. She just hit hers this week, and I know it because she got that scar on her cheek. She don't look like her. She don't look like her though. But I don't know when the last time she had. Oh, she played 1 minute on September the 24th, and 2 minutes on September the 17th. Oh shit, 3 minutes on September the 13th.
So she do play. All right, don't try to play me. I know who my favorite ace is.
Hey, but let's see. Points.
0.
0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. She averages 0.8 points per game. 0.9 points per game. So she's a trash time player.
Don't do.
Yeah, I mean, we say garbage time. It's the same thing. Trash.
So my favorite actual player on the team will be Jackie Young, but like personality and all that stuff, it'll be Sydney Coates. Sydney Coates is funny as fuck. Sydney Coates, if you ever get a chance, go on YouTube and just watch her like skits and stuff. It's funny. Say over and out. Camel Toe Tap.
I go hard like the Raiders and Pacers. I got more aces than Vegas.
You talking about going hard?
Clapping on the
You
black.
just so nasty. Always, you just going hard and stuff. Ew.
Look, a bee-boo.